Hey there, Marina Ormes here with your Astro vibe for Saturday, December 3rd. Today, the moon is in Aries, the sign of the warrior. And so we're going to talk about finding your ability to take action, finding your courage, and ways to access your inner warrior. So when the moon is in Aries, it's bringing us that life force energy, that ability to act without thought, and sometimes we follow up on our impulses and we might react or do something impulsively, and we might regret it because there is that drive to action that sometimes just happens before we can think. So the directness, the spontaneity, and so some of the best ways we can support ourselves in awakening that inner warrior to be powerful and effective and empowered to support our greatest good and not just lead us to fall down on our face is to start with knowing who you are. And Aries is about acting from that place of knowing who we are. So if we're not being in touch with who we are, if we're not taking care of ourselves, if we are not grounded, then that's when the Aries impulsiveness might get us in more trouble. So start with, who are you? Asking yourself who you are. What is important to you? What do you care about? What makes you feel alive? What makes you feel nourished? What makes you feel whole? And getting grounded in that place of who you are. So the first thing you want to think about when you're thinking about accessing your warrior courage is, who am I? What matters to me? What's important to me? What do I care about? And then the second thing would be to support yourself in that. So when you're thinking about who you are, what's important to you, what you care about, are you taking care of yourself and honoring and valuing that? So are you honoring the fact that you are a caring person, that you have important values that you can take action on? Are you recognizing that? Do you have respect for yourself in that way? And supporting yourself can also simply mean good self-care practices, right? So if you're not healthy, it's harder for you to remember who you are, and it's harder to stay grounded. So support yourself by good self-care practices, taking care of yourself, remembering to remember who you are. So get grounded in that. You might have gotten in touch with who you are last Wednesday, but by now you've forgotten. So take that moment to remember, to ground in what's important to you and why you care about that, what it feels like when you get to make a difference in something that matters to you. And it can be in small ways, it can be in big ways, but just affirm for yourself that you can make a difference by being who you are. And even if you can't, it's still worth trying, right? It feeds you, and you don't know what's going to happen, so it's worth trying. Okay, and then the third thing I would say is to practice moving, because when you practice moving, you are teaching your body how to move. So exercise is good, but also just recognizing when you need something and go, getting it, taking care of it. And so is there sunshine outside and you need to go outside and be in the sunshine? Practice making those actions and making those movements and taking those actions that show your body how to respond when there's something to take advantage of. And that will help you be ready for when the moment arises where you need your courage. And so you might know ahead of time, it might happen spontaneously in the moment. But if you have been working on all these things in the background, when that moment comes around, you're going to be ready, because you're just going to know who you are, and you're going to know what you want to say and why that matters. And you know that you know how to move and take action when it's time to do that. And so you have practiced moving on something that needs your response. And that means that you're able to respond when something comes up. So maybe you're putting yourself into a situation that you know ahead of time is a little scary or anxiety provoking for you. And you know that you have to do it because it's true to who you are. And you go into that situation and you don't know what's going to happen, really, right? Your voice is shaking, your body is shaking, because you don't know how things are going to go. You don't know if it's going to be okay. You don't know if you're going to be okay. But when you know who you are, you can do that, and you can say, yes, I'm shaking, and that's okay, because I don't know what's going to happen, but I know who I am, and I know what I need to do or say. And I can trust that when a moment comes up, or somebody says something I'm not expecting, or something happens that I have to respond to, I will know what to do, because I know who I am and what matters to me and why it's important. So that's a lot. It's a lot to take in and to process, but take some baby steps. Think about it. Think about ways you can support yourself in knowing your truth, and working with that to support yourself in being the best you can be, and accessing your inner warrior as opposed to your inner fool. Sometimes the archetype of the fool is a good one, because it helps us walk into places that we wouldn't normally stumble into. And that can be important. It can be an important way of learning or discovering something. But we think of foolishness as kind of something to be looked down on. So anyway, just let yourself make mistakes, because that's what's going to happen when you try things and take risks. And mistakes are great. Mistakes are okay. You get to forgive yourself. You get to try again. And that's what life is all about. It's really why we're here. So enjoy this Aries moon energy. And tomorrow, the moon's going into Taurus, but also I will be talking to you about the upcoming full moon in Gemini. And I've got a lot to share about truth and fiction and beliefs, and how our beliefs are shaped by the information we expose ourselves to, and what to expect about our beliefs and what's going to happen in terms of the information around us around this Gemini full moon. So check that out. Got lots to share with you tomorrow, and I will see you then. I am here every day with the astrology of unshakable self-care, letting you know how to work with the current energies rather than get steamrolled by them. So that's why we're here. And thank you for being here. And if you haven't yet, you might want to hit the subscribe button. That supports my work, and I really appreciate it. So thanks for being here. I will see you next time. Bye for now.